Hey guys, I'm here today to do a review of 8 different diaper covers. I have a short A list and a long B list, and they're all usable diaper covers. They've all been successful for me. I haven't had leaks in them, but I have a strong preference for 2 of them, and the rest of them I use as backups in the car or the diaper bag, and some of them are getting shipped off to Grandma's next week to live there with some used Craigslist pre-folds I have that I keep there. They don't have to bring covers back and forth. All of them are one-size covers unless I say otherwise, and all of them are made out of a PUL material unless I say otherwise, which is a laminated polyester. And then a couple of them are TPU, which is a different material. It uses heat to bind the lamination part to the polyester instead of a chemical process, so it's better for the environment and it's more breathable, but unfortunately it's not as popular for diaper covers to use that material. So I'll let you know when they're TPU, but they're mostly PUL. So I'm going to start with my favorite covers, my 2 A-list covers that I use every day for my 4-month-old Fiona, who looks like she's just about to fall asleep, and then also for my 3-year-old Finley. Finley is 31 pounds and Fiona is about 16 pounds. So all of these covers fit both of them. So the first one that's my very favorite is Flip from the brand, it's okay sweetheart, from the brand Bum Genius. This cover is $15 new, and it is made in the USA, and it fits from 8 pounds to 35 pounds plus. It has an adjustable snap rise, and then different 2 rows of hip and leg snaps here that are evenly spaced. It has elastic right here in the legs and the back. The front does not have elastic, which I personally prefer in a cover. I don't like it when they have elastic in the front, but that's just me. And the cool thing about the flips here are these little flaps that you can place a pre-fold inside or a flat in the front and also the back. What's wrong, sweetheart? Do you want me to jiggle you? So this is by and away my favorite cover. Well, not by and away, because I have a very close second favorite, but Flip is my favorite cover. If I could only buy one cover forever, this would be the one I would pick. But a very close second for me is the Capri, and this is by the brand Blueberry, and Blueberry bought out Swaddle-Bee, so you'll also see it listed under that name. This cover is listed as both a one-size cover, and then sometimes you'll see it listed as a size 2 cover because they're in the middle of transitioning it. This costs $20 new and is also made in the United States. And it fits from 8 pounds, no, sorry, this one fits from 12 pounds to 35 pounds. But honestly, Fiona was wearing this at 8 pounds and it was fine. It was silly looking on her, but it totally worked and it functioned just as well as the Flip. Both of these just wash really well. Just a side note, they can take a lot of abuse. These are the 2 covers that we use daily for both kids, and they are very sturdy covers. So the Capri is similar to the Flip. It has the adjustable rise, and they open like so. What makes it so similar is the flaps in the back and also in the front. These are more generously sized flaps. They come down farther in the front and the back than they do on the Flip, which I prefer a little bit. It keeps them in the pre-fold in a little bit better, or the flat in a little better, but it doesn't make a huge difference. The biggest difference between the Flip and the Capri, other than the $5, is the Capri has the double leg gusset, which is nice, but I don't find that I miss it on the Flip. And the other thing that is different is it is quite a bit larger than the Flip. I don't know if I'm really showing that very well. It's quite a bit bigger. I don't know if this is really coming up good, but I think you can kind of get the idea. It's quite longer, and it is also wider in the back, especially. So it's a little bit harder to get a trim fit, under clothes during the day. But an advantage to that is this: you can stuff a lot in for overnight diapers. So I really like these ones. They're really fabulous covers. I have 3 of each of these for the kids, and then the rest Flip for them. So they're really awesome covers, both of them. Okay, so now onto my B-list covers. Again, these all work fine. I just don't really like them, and I don't use them very often. We have the Econo Bum, and this is from the Cotton Babies brand, just like the Flip is from the Cotton Babies brand. I said earlier it was Bum Genius, I think, but Bum Genius, Flip, and, oops, sorry, wrong one. I don't edit my videos, so you're just going to have to live with that. Okay, so Econo Bum and Flip and Bum Genius are all under the Cotton Babies brand. So this is under the Cotton Baby brand. It's the economical version. Also has the Snap Down Rise. This one is $12 new, and they make these in Egypt. And these ones fit from 8 to 35 pounds as well. One thing that's different about this one is it has a single layer of snaps, whereas it's more common to find covers with a double row of snaps. So I don't prefer that. It's a little bit more work to get them on, but it's not so hard. Doesn't have flaps on the inside. That's my only bummer with this, is that these snaps are exposed. So if you have a pre-fold laying in there and then it's, gravity's eventually going to pull it down a little bit, and then those snaps can rub against their bed belly. So that's the only thing I don't really care for in this cover. Otherwise, seriously, for $12, this is a nice cover. It's really thin, but it's held up well, and I like that it doesn't have elastic on the front. It's just a nice flat front. The elastic is super gentle, but Fiona's never done a breast milk poop in this, so I can't attest to how well it would do in that. But it is. I've never had it in any other types of leaks or any leaks in it. So I really like this. It's just a really simple, easy cover. And now they make them with cute trim colors, and colored snaps, so they are more attractive now than they used to be. So that's that one. Next we have the Rumparooz by the Kanga Care brand. This one costs $16 new for their prints, and their solids are $14 new. This is one of the ones that's a TPU material, so it's softer. It's kind of more like a swimsuit feeling, and it is more breathable. I put my mouth up to the TPU ones versus the PUL ones, and you can exchange more air if you ever want to try that. So that's an advantage. These ones are made in China. They say they're made responsibly in China, and they say they fit from 6 pounds to 35 pounds. And the reason they say they fit longer is because they have more snap options. You have your rise settings. You have additional rise settings. So you have 3. One of the male snaps you have, or of the female snaps, you have 3 coming down. And then it's more common to see just 2 of the female snaps coming down. So that's why these ones tend to fit longer. It's a little bit bulky, but it did fit her when she was younger. So it opens up, and the inside also has exposed snaps. So I only use this one if I'm going to snappy the diaper to her, because I don't want the snaps to rub on her. I don't like this front elastic thing here. I think it just looks weird. It's like all bunchy, and it does leave a little bit of elastic mark on her. The elastic is effective in this, but I think it's a little bit too tight. It's really has a double gusset, but I don't really care for it super much just because of how tight the elastic is. And it won't lay flat, so if you lay it down to put a pre-fold in it, it's all bunchy, and that bothers me. And I mean, these are nitpicky details. Again, it's a fine cover, but that's just why I don't really prefer it, and I wouldn't really get another one. I also don't particularly like that they sewed the tag to the back. So they reinforced it here, but you can see where all those stitch marks are. So guess what stitch marks mean? That means holes. So I haven't had it on this cover because I haven't used it for overnight, but I used to use Rumparooz pockets overnight back in the day with Finley, and I would get leaks through those stitch holes. So I think that's kind of a silly design feature, but that is the Rumparooz. The next cover I have here is the Best Bottoms cover, and I believe it's Nikki's diaper. Yeah, Nikki's diapers that she came up with this. It's intended to have a snap-in insert used with it, which I'll show you on the inside in a minute. It is made in the USA. It is $17 new, and they advertise this one fitting from birth to 35 pounds. And this one did, it did go underneath her stump, and it did fit her really early. But there's also a con to that. I think it's a very small cover, and I don't think it's going to last her that long. She's 16 pounds, and she only has one rise setting to go out, and she doesn't have too much room. This is the setting she's at right now. She's on the second one in. So she doesn't have a ton of room to go out. So this one also has a single layer of snaps, which I don't prefer, but some people do. And the inside is, one thing people really like about these ones is the inside is really laminated and really thick, so you can really wipe it clean before. I've never done that with poop, but you can, you know, if it's gross, like it's really thick. It's good sturdy material. So you could wipe it clean and let it dry and use it again before washing it, unless it was like, you know, in the creases. That'd be gross. So this has a double gusset. It really does like create a nice seal on her legs, and I don't know, it looks like it's a good fit when it's on. I haven't had problems with it. I just don't really like it. I don't know, it's thick. I don't think it's going to fit her that long. I don't like the elastic bunch down. And because of these snaps here that's intended to use with their pads, I always also snappy this one on, because then there's a lot of exposed PUL on the side here, whereas if you're using a flip or a blueberry, a lot of that exposed PUL on the side's covered up, but here it's just open, so I don't really like to trifold with this as much. So this one's all right. And then the next one here is the Bummis Super Whisper Wrap. This one's in a size medium, which fits 15 to 30 pounds, but my son is 31 pounds, and he could fit into this way longer than that. And it is $15 new and made in the U.S. They also make it in snaps. It's called the Super Whisper Snap or something instead of a wrap. It's a size diaper, so there's no snap downs. It's got very sticky elastic, which, sorry, honey, I woke you up, which is loud, and it wakes up babies in their sleep. It has laundry tabs here to fold over when you're washing it. The nice thing about this is that they covered up the PUL. So this is like, you know, the polyester, then inside there's a layer of the, you know, the laminated stuff, the shiny stuff, and then there's a layer of polyester over. So if you trifold in this, like all this is touching their skin, like there's no PUL touching, there's nothing sticky or that's going to stick to their skin. I like that, but what stinks about that is that it stinks. So if the pee soaks through the pre-fold and you want to air dry this and use it later, it smells weird. So if you have a really wet diaper, you really can't reuse this one without it smelling, which that's just gross. So I wouldn't ever get this again. I don't know. Like, it's fine. It's wide. The elastic seems very gentle, but I did get a lot of red marks with Finley in it. So I don't know. I don't really care for that one. But, I mean, this is all personal preference. Some people, like, totally love Bummies. So did I say this was made in Canada? I can't remember if I said that or not. If I didn't, it is made in Canada. So, moving on to, like, the bottom of the barrel here for me. That is Grovia. Again, some people go nuts for these and just love them. I just don't. I think maybe if I would have gone a snap one, I would have enjoyed it more, because their touch tape is not very good. Like, I really didn't use these super hard, and it is barely sticky. They have these really annoying laundry tabs inside that you have to, like, go under and over to get them in, and they, like, curl weird. You have to, like, flatten them, or they, like, wash strange. So definitely I don't like the hook and loop. It has the adjustable rise snaps in the front there. High points for cuteness. This is adorable. I really like it. Things I don't like about it, in addition to what I already said, one is that it's got this funny little mesh interior, which also smells weird if it gets too wet. And then since it's sewn in the legs here, it leaves weird marks on skin. And it's also just a really small cover. It's just, it doesn't, I mean, I'm going to hold it up to the next one that I'm going to show you, which is a really huge cover. But these both technically fit my kids, but they just fit much different. Like, there's a big size difference here. Hold that. Pretend this is tucked in. So, anyways, it's a small cover. Really, the only thing I like about this is that it's made out of TPU. So it's breathable and it's cute. But otherwise, I think it's too small, and because it's so narrow in the crotch, if you want to use a pre-fold, you have to really fold it like super narrow to get it to even fit in there. Otherwise, you have some gaping at the leg. So it's really, I have found it to be best with flats. But they've intended it, they have buttons here just like the best bottoms. They've intended it to be used with the snap-in insert that they make. So there's that one. And I didn't think I said, this one will run you $17 and says it fits 8 to 30 pounds, and these are made in China. Last one I'm going to show you here is the Thirsties Duo. This is a size 2. Their size 1 is more of like a newborn diaper that goes up to about 18 pounds, I think. This one starts at 18 to 40 pounds. It costs about $13 new. These are made in the United States. You can also buy them in snaps. And the version I have here is their old Velcro, and it's awful. And so that's why they redid it. So I don't know. I can't speak to their new Velcro. I'm sure it's much better because obviously they knew they had a problem with it. But I really, aside from the Velcro being totally not sticky, like this will just fall off. Like if my son's wearing it, like it'll literally just like fall off, and he's like, "Oh, my diaper!" So it's pointless for their old Velcro. Anyway, they fixed it, so that's not the issue. I just still don't like this cover anyway. Aside from the Velcro, it's still loud. She woke her up again. So try to be quiet. Has the snap down rise again, and has double leg gussets, and they stretch out pretty quick. I don't feel like their elastic stays very well. Cotton Baby's products like Bum Genius and Flip get a lot of bad publicity about their elastic being relaxing too quickly, and it does relax, but it's still like really springy and still really fits up against skin on my kids, at least. Even after being used for a really long time. Like Finley's covers that have been stretched out and used on a 3-year-old for a long time still fit Fiona as a baby. So it doesn't affect the performance. Whereas these, I just feel like there's no give to them. Like, well, there's a little, you can see it, but there's just not, it's just kind of, I don't know, stretched out. It hasn't caused it to leak, but I don't know. These feel thin to me. Again, people really like these. They're very popular. I just don't really care for it that much. I don't like this elastic here. The elastic is a little bit tough on my kid's skin. I think probably like the biggest thing about this is like, I feel like this is the least breathable out of a lot of my covers. One time we were at the Scandinavian festival and he was in this diaper for too long. It was too long. It was like 3, maybe pushing 4 hours, which is way longer than I'll normally go on a diaper, and it was sunny out, but he had a really bad rash, just that one diaper. And so I don't know, I think I probably have like a negative bias because that one day his penis was like really infected, like it was bad. So, but I don't know. I still just don't like it. I wouldn't buy another one. So, I think I covered most of what I wanted to say. If you have any questions, let me know. These are just my opinions. They're all fine diapers. Oh my gosh, this video is so long. If you watch this whole thing, oh my gosh, I'm sorry it's so long. But thanks for watching. Okay, have a good day. Bye.